Welcome back to Artie's Kooky Music Party, and on today's show we have my boy Maximilian Colley here. Just kidding, Max
Hey,
Colley on.
what's up, guys?
How you doing?
I'm pretty good today. How are you?
It's been it's college,
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel too. Just like
Yeah.
the days blending together.
Mhm. I'm always on edge that there's something like that I miss. I've gotten to that thing where even with like free time, there's like, oh, is there something I
Oh yeah.
forgot?
No, I like honestly, it's gotten to the point where I feel guilty about having free time because I'm like, oh, there's something I could be doing right now.
No, yeah, for sure. But anywho, I try and still maintain this. I kind of accidentally fell into it, but I'm gonna take a bi-weekly schedule in that I will do this podcast from now on every 2 weeks instead of weekly. And yeah, this is just me officially announcing that. But anywho, let us get on with the whole music part of it. I have my boy Max on because he, my friends, has one of the best music tastes, in my opinion.
Oh, AJ. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
And yeah, I've always like chewing the old jaw at about some kooky tunes and whatnot.
I love a good kooky tune.
Yeah, particular genre right now that I've been particularly digging, perhaps because I'm now part of the Midwest, but it has a name, Midwest emo.
Of course.
Yes. So let's go with you. Give me your top band or two of that genre.
So there's this band that I've been really into recently. I'm not exactly sure if they're Midwest emo, but they definitely have that sound to them. I don't know exactly if they call themselves Midwest emo, but they're called Remember Sports.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. I think I've showed you a couple of their songs, like
No, yeah, I'm definitely like Saturday and
Clean
the other
Jeans.
the other ones that I have yet to remember the name
Yeah,
of.
but would you call them Midwest emo?
Well, let me look. Do you by any chance know where they're from?
I don't actually. I have no idea.
Ohio.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know how strictly geographical it is, but I mean they're emo and they're from the Midwest, so
Yeah, put two and two together, and then what do you have? Midwest emo.
Let's say you have a state, and hypothetically, not even hypothetically, it falls within the Midwest. Sorry for
AJ
going
Shapiro.
I always go down the Ben Shapiro route of it.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I have like probably 15 of their songs on my playlist right now.
Ooh.
So good. Like I can't stop listening to them.
Is it just like is it like an entire album, or have you like gone through all their stuff and just kind of like hand selected?
Yeah, I've actually went through, I think they have they have 3 main albums, I believe. Let me look really quick. Remember Sports. There's definitely 2 albums that I have gone through, and I pulled most of the music on or from those onto my playlist. So the first one is called Sunchokes, and then let's see. The other one is called Olive Something. And those are definitely my top 2.
So I only listened to a couple of their songs, so I don't really think I have a good gauge of who their influences are, but who would you say is theirs?
I feel like I don't think I can answer that question very well, to be honest with you, because I've only listened to a couple different Midwest emo bands. So the only thing that really comes to mind is American Football. So that's kind of, they sound a little bit like that.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. American Football is probably the most influential band within the genre.
Oh yeah, it has to be, for sure.
Yeah. Like, I feel like there's this weird kind of crossover between, the whole Midwestern emo and this kind of anti-pop movement, you know, with like Oliver Tree and 100 Gex and all
100
them.
Gex, yeah. I could see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because like, well, I don't know, like, have this weird, well, you know, just being in the Midwest now, I have this weird fascination with it. So I'm always just like kind of, I guess not that, but I'm just noticing it more, you know, like it was only until I moved up here that I realized or truly understood where like that 100 Gex tree was.
Right, isn't it in Des Plaines, Illinois, like right outside of Chicago?
Yeah, around there.
Oh, okay. So, I have a lot of family that lives up in Chicago and Indiana, like that whole area pretty much. And me and my family before Corona happened, we were gonna go up there and visit them. We were gonna take a road trip down here from Houston up to Chicago, and on the way there, we would be going through Champaign, Illinois, which is where on the album cover of the one album by American Football, that's where the house is. So I was really excited. Yeah, that was the house on the album cover. Yeah, so I was really excited because I was gonna go see that house and take a picture in front of it, as you do. And I was also gonna go see the 100 Gex tree, but we never ended up going on the road trip because of Corona. So I was really disappointed by that.
Yeah, but I mean, well, I just thought of this though, but like, do you know who owns the American Football House?
I have actually looked it up one or two times, like just surface level knowledge stuff, but from what I know, it's pretty close to a college. I don't know which one, so it's a rental property that a lot of college students will rent out. And yeah, I'm pretty sure like no one owns the house or anything, but yeah, it is for rent.
I wonder how many people have done it just for the meme.
Yeah, honestly, there has to be at least a couple people who've done it just for the meme.
Imagine being that guy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go rent out the American Football House.
But bro, it's like literally 5 minutes from the college where I go to every day. It's like 20 minutes from where I work, but it's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, bro, it's perfect. It's so indie.
I mean, I know I would for sure.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Oh, I know I would for sure.
Oh yeah, same.
Just for kicks and giggles.
Just to say that you live there, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little piece of history right there. But I just hope it doesn't become like that whole 100 Gex thing with the tree.
I think honestly, it kind of is at that level.
Well, I'm not saying that, but like, well, have you heard about how they can't? Was it you who told me about them being taken down or the tree being taken down or something like that?
Yeah, I heard about that because the property managers were tired of cleaning up litter and stuff like that, so they like threatened to cut it down. I don't know if it's still there or not. I hope so.
I feel like it is because I've been like, I feel like it would at least been on a meme by now.
Oh,
they
of course.
Cut down the tree. But yeah, I don't know. It just never looked too bright of a future for the old Gex tree,
The old Gex tree.
We need to get UNESCO or whoever it is, to come and make it so that they can't cut it down.
Oh yeah, they should make it like a holy site or something like that.
I don't think that's what that is. Well, I guess it could be one of those like religious things that come up, like with the Star Wars and the Jediism.
Oh right.
So you can make a case then.
I think, AJ, it's time for us to go declare 100 Gex a religion.
The Church of Gex.
So, yeah. Well, speaking of 100 Gex, what is your favorite song right now? Like, what are you listening to?
Ooh. Let's see. Well, for the first time in my life, I have made okay, not to be that dramatic, but just for the first time, for the first time in a while, I made like a specifically catered playlist that I actively use because, like, well, for the majority of like when I've had music, like been listening to music, I would just have all the songs that I would ever listen to in just one big playlist and just hit shuffle on that bad boy. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I'm just ready for whatever. I just wanted to hear music. And so just the concept of like ever, because I know people have like a sad playlist. I don't know how in depth, but or even like workout playlists. I never had those, but recently I started. I made myself one, and
Oh yeah.
it's been rather effective, I must say.
So what'd you make the playlist for?
Well, I started working out
Oh
more.
dang. Well,
Yeah,
dang, that reminds me that I need to start working out.
it's never too late to start. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'll just keep telling myself that until until I die.
At least at least you got them positive thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. There's always tomorrow.
Exactly. But yeah, that's how I now I work out with like a specific playlist of mine because I don't know, like even back home in old Texas when I would like work out, I never had a specific playlist. It was always just the same thing. And now I'm just kind of realizing it's kind of weird to be, working out while I'm listening to Dancing Closer to the Edge by Johnny Goth or something.
Oh yeah.
Something by like Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I actually have the same problem because like you said, when you lived here, you only had one giant playlist for all your songs. Like that's what I do too. I've been adding songs to this one playlist since like freshman year of high school back in 2016. And obviously like I've changed it up a little bit. I've deleted songs. I keep adding songs, but it's at around 1,400 right now. 1,400
Yeah.
songs. So yeah, I totally know what you mean. Like I'll be doing something with my friends, like I hit shuffle in the car and we're all trying to vibe and have a nice time and then like
I know how it be.
flat sound comes on or have I ever showed you, do you know flat sound?
Huh. It doesn't ring a bell currently, but I feel like it's something you would have.
Because yeah, flat sound, it is one of the best, I don't know, like I don't even know how to describe it. Like all of their songs are so sad, like they speak to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't like for them. I don't mean to be that guy, but like, yeah, I have no emotions, but or like it kind of goes away because I'm so deeply analytical with the music now. I'm always just trying to figure out what the melody is and maybe what the chords are, this and that.
Right. You're not like listening to it to like when you listen to a sad song, you don't really think of it like that. You're just like analyzing. Yeah.
I think because like people are always like when I tell them like that's the way I listen to music, that they're always so like not necessarily weirded out, but just like how do you do that? What if you're in a happy mood and a sad song plays? And I don't know because also kind of just being in choir way back when. That's not that long ago, but yeah, just I don't know, like being that kind of trained monkey type style of just singing kind of really desensitizing me. But even that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to attain the emotion and whatnot. But
yeah,
I'm
I
more
mean,
interested in music theory.
right. Like you just can't help it. Like you listen to a song and that's all you can think of, right?
Yeah,
Just like the chords and stuff like that.
yeah. That's why, like, I guess that's how it goes. I have to listen to more pretentious and eccentric stuff to keep me entertained.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get to like noise because it's something.
Noise music.
Yeah, because that is by far probably the most pretentious thing that I can. I say that pretentious. That's it. I want it to be that way, but I mean, honestly, it's just kind of getting interesting to me. Like I had this little jam session here the other day, and I got to play on the drums, and never really gotten to jam on the drums with other really skilled musicians. Also, when I was in Burkoff, who I had on the show, shout out to him, making some real cool noise stuff as well. So there's that influence. But yeah, we're jamming. It was just a lot of like. I remember there's this one fun part where there's this like call and response as me on the drums, and then like both him and this other guy named Austin on the guitar, and we were just like, I don't know, it was like I was kind of playing the drums really unconventionally, like using the hi-hat and the snare a lot, barely using the kick. Oh, it was just weird stuff, but it was so much more interesting. And at one point, I was just kind of doing this for like, I don't know, it was just fun, more free form and all that.
Yeah,
it's tripping me up.
I used to do the same thing with my cousin on the piano. I used to play the piano pretty well. I kind of just stopped. I don't know why, but
wait, really?
Yeah, I did. I also played the tenor saxophone. What else?
Okay, that I did not know for sure, because I knew you dabbled with the ivory, but like, but the sax.
Yes, sir. Yeah. A lot of adults, like I was in 5th grade when this happened. A lot of teachers that I had, or like adults that I met, when they knew that I played the sax, they would like make a joke like, "Oh, you're Bill Clinton," blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's all I would ever be.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not Bill Clinton." Like, I just want to play the sax. But
hey, Bill. I find this funny. So how old were you?
Oh, 5th grade. So I must have been like 12, like 11 or 12.
So like 11-year-old. I don't know. I just find it funny that 11-year-old would be getting mad about being mistaken for a president.
Yeah,
like, I mean, dang, he called me Bill Clinton.
He really had to go and call me Bill Clinton. Gosh, dang. The disrespect.
Did he not take into consideration how adverse I am to the effects of his administration? Me, 11-year-old Max Colley.
Yeah, come on, guys.
No, I'm not saying he is, but yeah, just for that, a safeguard for a tier.
Yeah, but like I just remember wanting to play it unconventionally, like you were talking about with the drums. I just wanted to do a little jazz moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like freeform.
Like, yeah, freeform, or what do you call it? It's like where you make it up along the way. Improvising. So yeah, I used to want to do that, and I was able to do that with my cousin on the piano. And it's just, you know, most of the time it didn't sound good, but there were just moments when it would all come together, and it would be so beautiful.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially like, I don't know. I think, well, for me, that kind of moment that you described, like when the two parts would work in tandem, like when y'all would come up with that idea that's kind of stuck for a phrase or two.
Yeah, and then it would go away, and then you like do it again. Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
I mean, that's like, I mean, right now my kind of little shout out to myself. No, but I'm in the Pretty Varsity Glee Club, which is a all-male choir here on campus, and I am the guitarist for them in sound tech. And I really love the rehearsals with the band because it's not like entirely but it's just chord charts for me as the rhythm guitarist. And I don't know, a lot of people would find it probably boring because they're just chords, but I don't know, I just really love playing chords and, you know, the rhythms and different ways of playing them. So it kind of gives me a fun improv exercise on that end.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like, so would you like, you and your cousin, would you just be like both at the same piano when y'all would be like on the lower end, the other at the high?
Yes, yeah. So my cousin would usually be at the lower note end of the piano, and she would play like chords, and yeah, I would do like just notes, you know, random notes.
So you like a melody?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes she would be playing a chord, and then I would join in with a higher chord and like a minor key, and she was doing like a major, and it just sounded really cool.
Yeah. Well, they like. Do you know if it was all the white keys?
Yeah. I
Oh
would
yeah.
usually. Sorry.
Oh no. What'd you say?
Yeah, I would just usually stick to the white keys.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
They're really useful for improvising in that way.
Oh yeah, definitely. Faux show, faux show.
But yeah, that's always really fun. I like how the piano gives you that ability to improvise with somebody else on just one instrument.
Yeah, exactly. You can just sit there with someone, make some stuff up.
Yeah, me and my dad
Yeah.
would always do it to Heart and Soul. Do you ever learn that piece?
How does it go again? I don't
So
remember.
like it was like the chords like dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun,
of course, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
that was dun 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 da 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 da. You know
Yeah, yeah.
that whole deal.
That whole situation, yes.
Yeah, because it's kind of that same thing where it's all using the white keys, so it's really fun and easy to just improvise on endlessly.
Yeah, like you'd always start out with the I can't wait, what'd you say it was called?
Heart and Soul.
Yeah, I mean we'd always start out with Heart and Soul, and then it would just go a different direction after that.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I like. I've always liked the harmony side of it, playing chords and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it just kind of hit me the other day that I've been playing guitar now for 6 years at least.
Dang, that's a long time.
Yeah, and I know plenty of people who have learned to like shred after 1 year or even less than that, and that's just kind of something I've always wanted to do. But like,
Well,
it might have like got me down, but like, it's just like, oh, I spend my time on chords. Like,
you
yeah.
know, my dad, you know how my dad really likes you. You know, you and my dad are your homies.
Loki.
he he said that you could like definitely use his guitars and his pedals anytime you wanted to.
Oh,
So
shucks.
when you come over, like you could definitely just mess around with that kind of stuff, and I'll
That'd
just
be
watch.
great. That would be great.
Yeah.
I look forward to that. Especially like, I don't know about pedals. I'm always really scared around them because I only have two. But
Yeah,
oh, I always have like just like, oh yeah.
he has probably about 8 pedals.
Oh man.
He also has like I don't know, 2 or 3 electric guitars and like 4 or 5 acoustic guitars.
Dang.
Yeah.
I like that's a kind of collection I aspire to have one
Yeah.
day. But like,
He's been
huh.
sorry. He's
It's all
been
good.
collecting them for such a long time. Like
Yeah.
probably about a decade.
Mhm.
But yeah.
I'm I'm just always like, and the thing about like effect pedals is they have to get so many of them, you know?
Mhm.
Like the guy Jim or Ian, who had once again had on the last show, but he has this really cool effect pedal, which is just like it's two pieces, but it's one of those. It's a digital one with like a lot of preloaded, presets that he can like set up effects chains on and whatnot. And that's probably something that I would want to invest in because they're like pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Because like I've always seen those guys with the whole pedal boards and that just like just like because for me there's like the simple formula in my mind that like the greater number of gear that I have, the greater chance something will go wrong with it.
Oh, that's such a bad way to think, AJ. Come on.
What? No, I just mean like technical wise, like there's just more possibilities for technical failure.
Oh, okay. Got you.
No, I'm not saying like I mean, no, it's not that way.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
there definitely is a lot more room for error with a lot of that kind of stuff. Our friend Miguel, he was over here one time and he wanted to mess around with the pedals and stuff. And honestly, I don't know how to like I've never played guitar, so I don't know how it works. Um, but he wanted to mess around with it, see if he could, use them. But he went in there and like plugged them in, and there was just this time when he was playing and he did the loop pedal, and it just
Mhm.
kept looping and looping, and then it just got louder and louder and louder.
Mm.
And it got to the point where like I almost had to cover my ears because it was so loud, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't want to like break my dad's stuff."
Yeah.
So I was like trying to unplug it, but I could not figure it out for the life of me, and we were just like panicking, like, "Oh my god, like what are we gonna do?" But eventually, he just like stepped on it some kind of way, and it just stopped.
Yes. Actually, yeah, I was literally just sitting here thinking like, wait, why didn't he just like step on it? Because that's all you have to do on most pedals, but specifically loop pedals, I totally got it once I realized that again because oh my god, because I have one. It's one of the like one of three that I have,
Mhm.
and one of two actually. But it's basically you gotta like since it's just a pedal, you gotta like press a certain amount of ways and a certain number, to get it to do stuff. Like to record something, you press it once. To get it to stop, press twice. To delete it, you have to like get it in a certain state and then press all the down. It's this whole mess.
Right. Yeah, it's a whole process for sure.
Yeah. So I really like that digital one that Farneen had because it was literally just like a little computer on it. And,
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah, these things are quite interesting.
Indeed.
Indeed, indubitably. Yeah.
Yes, indubious. I don't know. Indubitably. I think that's the word.
But yeah. So, have you discovered any new music lately?
Let me go check my giant playlist.
The ye old music time capsule.
The music time capsule, indeed. Let's see, y'all. Let's go all the way to the most recent. No, stop. Just started playing something. Okay, so I just scrolled all the way to the most recent. Um, so I've just recently added some Freddie Dredd.
Whomst is that?
um, it's hard to explain. He's like he uses a lot of samples from older music in the beginning of his songs, and then he just kind of starts rapping over them. And I think
Oh,
it's
I
pretty
feel like you've shown you or maybe my sister. I feel like she showed me. One of y'all showed me something like that.
Yeah, so we got some Freddie Dredd on there. We got some ABBA.
Of course.
Two very different genres of music there.
Gotta love it though.
Some mid 2000s Gwen Stefani.
Huh.
With some Echo 2K Blade. Drain Gang, am I right?
Heck yeah. You do you know about hardcore?
Hardcore.
Like as a genre?
I don't think so, no.
So it's like it's an offshoot of punk rock, and it's basically just like a heavier version of punk with screaming and stuff. It's often confused for like metal because it definitely people hear screaming music, but that's just because of the influence.
Yeah.
But there's a band called Knocked Loose. They're relatively recent, but yeah, I've just been digging them a lot because that's like my grind time. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but the name of my workout playlist is called Grind Time Baby, and I have a bunch of Knock Loose's songs on there because they just I don't know. It's such a different way of like screaming because think of it this way, right? It's like whiny screaming, but not in a bad way. Just like
Yes.
if punk rockers screamed.
That sounds like something I would love.
Yeah, that's great.
I looked up Knocked Loose, and after this, I'm gonna definitely check them out.
A funny little aside for them, I've heard that it was them. I don't know for sure though, because I was never ever really able to look it up and verify. But there's this picture, or I think, oh yeah, there's even a video of this hardcore band that did a concert in a Denny's.
Oh, I totally know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it that one video from like 2010 or 2009 that's like
something? No, I think it was even like 2016, 14 maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I think because I'm pretty sure it was that band. It was Knocked Loose in that video.
No way.
Yeah.
I think I could be mistaken, but I think I know the backstory to why it was in a Denny's. So what I heard, and I don't even remember where I heard this from, so it might not be true. Keep that in mind. But I heard that the Denny's was closing down, and Knocked Loose, or if it was them that was playing, the band just like asked them if they could do like a concert in there for the last night that they were open.
Uh-huh.
And they said yeah, but oh, man. If that was true, that would be great.
Seems plausible. I also remember hearing that the band cost over like $10,000 in damage.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, because they had full on moshing and stuff inside of the Denny's.
Yeah, think about replacing all those coffee mugs. that adds up.
It sure do.
The fine china.
Oh yes, the Denny's, like the weird oval plates that they have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but some older version of that would be Bad Brains, which is this band from Washington D.C. They're very great early hardcore. And then also, I just saw them. Whoa, Orchid, also really good.
Orchid.
Yes.
Nice. Let me check that out.
Yeah, I have like a bunch. Like honestly, my grind time baby playlist, okay, my workout playlist is basically just a bunch of either really heavy rap or metal, and then sometimes there's like some Russian pop. Verga Serduchka.
Born to Flex.
Oh yeah, actually I should get Insta Samka on here. Let's see, a bunch of Slayer and Cannibal Corpse as well, and Arcspire.
Cannibal Corpse is so good. I love Cannibal Corpse.
And of course Suicide Boys. Nothing gets me more pumped.
Oh my gosh. Suicide Boys since like 2018 has like always been at the top of my Spotify. What do you call it? Like every year they give you like the breakdown of what you listen to the most.
Oh yeah, the flashback. Or I don't know. Like your year in I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Suicide Boys is always at the top of that list.
Oh, for sure. They are great.
So good. Do you have so like this is probably pretentious, but like I think for the most part I know pretty much all their songs. I've listened to all of them, I think. Do you have anything in mind that like what's off the top of your head, do you know what your favorite Suicide Boys song is?
Okay, it's not my favorite, but I think I knew one that you didn't. Or did you ever know? It was the one because it's only on SoundCloud, and it's like it's called Oceanside Suicide.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one.
I think it must have been. Oh, I think it was Lenora.
My sister?
I don't know. I feel like she was there. We were talking about it once because we were talking about the ones that were on SoundCloud, and I thought you had said that was one you hadn't recognized. But I suppose I've been mistaken.
No, wait. I think I do remember that actually. Yeah, I think it was with my sister.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just say it's one of my favorites because I haven't heard it forever, and I just remember really liking it when I used to listen to SoundCloud exclusively. But
oh yeah,
for sure. I mean, Kill Yourself Part 3 is great. I love that one. So it's
classic.
I mean, probably the most famous one, I think.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I think it is at the top. I looked it up the other day
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm like that.
of course, number
I'm
one
like,
fan. Got it.
what are people listening to right now?
What are they up to?
Oh yeah, so Kill Yourself Part 3 is at the top. Paris is the second most listened to. Second
Oh,
hand,
Paris is great.
yes. Running through the seventh with my woadies. And then the fifth most popular one is off their new album, Stop Staring at the Shadows. It
Mm,
got famous, I think, because of TikTok.
as they often be.
Yeah, and it's such a good song. And I'm really glad that people on TikTok are finding Suicide Boys.
Yeah, it's really cool when that's able to be a platform.
Yeah,
I,
and
uh,
I don't get how on TikTok people are like, "Oh no, don't bring this stuff to TikTok. I don't want people finding out about this." Like gatekeeping is so annoying.
it's so stupid. Like it's honestly the newest way to get exposure as a band.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Plays the same role that like MySpace did once upon a time.
Oh yeah, that's like before our time.
Yeah, back in the olden days.
My MySpace profile.
That crap, I can't remember who it was. I think I just remember that some company recently bought it. I think Yahoo for the data that was within it, which I don't know. I don't think would have been worth much, after all these years. But
No.
it was a deal in the millions of dollars. So
Still in
yeah,
2020?
not 2020. No, it was years back, but it's like within the past 5 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Way past its prime, way past it was ever even like part of the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
But
Dang.
yeah, so yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I find it like I hate to be the one to say it, but it's a great place to find good music. Like I have a PhD in maturity, so I don't use it personally, but
Oh, I don't use TikTok.
but of course, I got people like you who send me stuff. So and
Yeah.
I always get shown them. So I inevitably run into them, and I found really good songs from it. So I'm all for it.
Good night. Sorry, that was my dad.
Tell them I say goodnight too.
AJ says good night. He said good night. I don't know if you could hear him.
Oh, I miss your dogs.
Oh, well, they'll be waiting for you.
Strider. The Strider and the Zeus for today.
Strider and the Zeus spoke today.
But yeah.
What were we talking about?
That was a good. I just vaguely know that I wanted to bring up Scar-Lord because I've also been getting into him a lot lately.
Oh yeah. Isn't the song "Gold" by Scar-Lord? I think you showed me a song called "Gold." Yeah,
probably. I also like Poya and Fat. Oh yeah, Fat Nick.
Fat Nick. Okay, he's also he's very similar to Suicide Boys.
Yes.
Same with Ramirez. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I listened to that one song, the Sarcophagus Part 2 or something.
Oh, that's such a good song.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff going on right now.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm always I love the bunch of Suicide Boys songs you also sent me, like Exodus and Scrape and all them.
Yeah. You asked me. Well, I don't even know if you asked me, but I sent you all those songs with screaming.
Yeah. I think what was it Nightmare Choir? The
Nightmare Choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is intense.
That one went hurt. As the song Gorillas by Felly goes. But yeah.
Oh, I've actually listened to a couple songs by Felly.
You have?
Yeah. Let me wait. I might actually be thinking of the wrong person. Hold on. Bring my money. Bring Me My Money. Oh yeah, no, it is the same person. So the one song that I've heard is Bring Me My Money.
I honestly can't wait because like college is so great for finding musicians for once.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the place where we all like kind of crawl out and be like, "Hey, let's play."
You're right. Yeah, because like in high school, I think you and this old friend I had when I lived in Durango, like you guys were the only musicians that I've ever met who like make music, and I just thought that I think it's so interesting.
Aw,
Like
shucks, thanks.
yeah, and then yeah, like you were saying, you guys just kind of
But
come out during college.
yeah, because I mean, like like one of the dudes that I had jammed with recently, he literally just had like flyers out around campus, like, "Yo, I'm trying to make a jam band." I'm like, "Heck yeah, that's dope," you know?
Did you get in on that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
that's something I was talking about earlier, like experimenting with that weird noise stuff while
Oh,
jamming
that's what
and
you were saying.
improvising. Yeah,
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
yeah, it was quite the hoot. If you could learn an instrument, which one would it be?
Oh,
Like
that's such a good
any
question.
instrument.
Like, if I could instantly be good at an instrument, or
Yeah, like just have it like entirely learned.
oh, that's so. Oh my gosh, I have to think about that. Um, you know, kind of a basic answer, but if I could just be really good at piano, that would be nice.
That
Because
hurt, honestly.
you know, it's kind of a basic answer, but so you know the cousin I was telling you about earlier.
That's not basic, but yeah.
Um, well, she went to CU Boulder for music composition or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
But she actually ended up directing her own. I can't remember what it was. She like it's not choreographing with music. It's like directing. No,
Yeah, you
like
direct music.
directing the music. Yeah. So she like had a whole symphony. Like she directed a symphony at CU.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and she's been playing piano since she was probably like 5 years old. And like I just get emotional whenever she's playing piano because it's just so good. Like
Oh yeah.
I just sit there and be like, "Oh my gosh, I could have done that too if I had put more time and effort into it."
Well, I mean, she's a case of somebody who like really put in that extreme time and effort. Going to
Oh
school
yeah.
for it.
Yeah, so much time, so much effort. Like
Yeah.
almost every day I think she would have a piano lesson. Like not every day, but probably like every other day.
Yeah.
So she was like really into that, but
No, yeah. I mean, that's so like, dang. Just things musicians are able to do. Because for me, it's always been crazy to like elicit any sort of kind of emotional response on just an instrument. But there have been times where I'm just transfixed by just like a professional soloist, just playing on a violin or whatever, or even just piano.
oh yeah. Yeah,
Always
I
fun.
just like get like
I,
put into a
uh,
trance, I guess.
yeah,
I'm just sitting there like fully enjoying myself, not thinking about anything else but like what's going on right in front of me.
one of like the best cases for it, like it's to me the funniest musical joke out there, and I feel like such a geek for saying that.
Oh.
But it was a piece by Beethoven called "Rage Over a Lost Penny," and I sat and I watched the transcript along with a recording of it, and it honestly had me dying for the majority of it. It was like a 5 minute long piece. It
Yeah.
was called "A Rage Over a Lost Penny." So it's just this really intense and dramatic piece, and to me it's just crazy how much humor I was able to derive from just like a simple title and just playing of a piano, because it
Right,
had these like
because
because it brings you through the whole arc of like it presents like anger as this whole like style, like kind of like grief, with all these stages, like starts off all like fast and skittish and
Right.
like angry, like, and then just kind of slows down and lows down, and it gets like it's this really irrational piece, and there's just this humor that I find in it, and I can't explain why. Like, I mean, this is my best explanation for it, but I don't know. It's ridiculous that it even has humor to me.
Well, I could see why. I mean, the title "Rage Over a Lost Penny," like that tells you basically, like when you're listening to the song, and then you think of a title, you're just thinking like, oh, it's kind of like you're imagining like Beethoven raging over a lost penny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like it provided that perspective in my mind, because like literally as I'm listening to it, I just like, to me it was funniest to imagine it as him losing a penny and immediately going to write the song,
Yeah.
just like all pissed off. I mean, yeah. I mean, those old farts had some funny tunes. There's one. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mozart had. I mean, he wasn't that old. He was like 35 when he died or whatever. But he wrote this one song called "Licht mich," or I don't want to say it in German, but in English it roughly translates to "lick my butt" or something.
Really?
And it's a gorgeous piece. Like, it's this really, really intricate polyphonic, like, choral arrangement with all these like melodies interweaving with each other and stuff. But it's like, it's yeah. I mean, because like this kid was like 5, 6, 7, 8 or whatever when he was writing a lot of those pieces, and I think it was like one of those when he was a kid, of course. But I mean, it's just so funny. It was like, this is something that was able to write this piece that is actually just a gorgeous composition, and like anybody in that area, like of that intellect, right? If you're at that point to write such a gorgeous composition, you had to be writing it for the church or some like nobleman or whatever, whoever was your boss.
Yeah.
It had to be like assigned this beautiful text, some Latin chants or whatever, this and that. But this kid was just built so differently. He was just like, you know what? It's like my butt over and over.
Yeah. Mozart, he just does what he wants. He's the baddest.
He is the bad bee of the whatever hundreds he was from.
Was it the 1700s? I don't remember.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm no historian.
I'm just audio engineer.
I'm just studying psychology. Duh. This makes me feel duh.
Me don't know history. No, I watched my fair share of YouTube videos. Thank you very much.
At least you weren't those kids in high school who like thought that they were so good at history, but all they knew was like facts about World War II. Like they didn't know anything. Like those. Did I know anyone like that? I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess Miguel's kind of like that.
I was about to say.
I guess Miguel's kind of like that.
All right. I mean, it's so interesting though.
Yeah.
Go too much out and just be like, eh. But yeah.
Did you know that they used this kind of tank to do blah blah blah? Oh wow, interesting.
It's always funny that there's that counterpart to the girls who know way too much about serial killers.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're totally right. That's exactly, yeah.
Not gonna lie, I was that like, I mean, I was on that kind of thing. Like, there's this site called Listverse that was always on. Yeah, and it was just like top 10 gruesome killers, top 10 like mass murders, stuff like that. I was just like, oh yeah, like. I mean, I don't know how many lists I've just been put on for saying that, but I was into it,
Yeah, well, now the CIA is watching you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've been for a while.
Well, they watch everyone.
Yeah, no, the second I downloaded my first Minecraft gun mod, it turned out to be a virus or something.
Better keep an eye out.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, you're totally right though. Like the serial killer girls are just the girl version of like the nerdy history guys.
Yeah. Well, as we've been derailed off entirely from the music subject, and
Oh,
time is
that's
pretty
right.
much up. Yeah, well, it was nice to talk about just shooting the old crap for once in a while.
Everything's related to music, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in
No,
one
I'm
way
just
or another. But you have any departing words for the listeners here?
departing words.
Hmm.
Let me gather my thoughts really quick.
Beep, 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 beep.
My final words are Suicide Boys will always be my number one. That's all I have to say.
Those are some good final words. Well, thank you for coming on. And yeah, this has been the end of Artie's Cookie Music Party for today. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye now.